Have you ever trusted someone so much that you would bet your life on them? What if that person turned out to be your biggest enemy? This is not just a story. This really happened to President Ibrahim Traoré of Burkina Faso. He trusted his bodyguard with his life. But one day he found out that his own bodyguard was a traitor. What happened next will shock you. You will not believe how this story ends. President Ibrahim Traoré was a young leader, loved by his people. He was strong, smart, and always ready to help. He grew up in a small village, learning to be honest and brave. When he became president, he promised to protect his country. But he never guessed the real danger was standing right next to him every single day. His bodyguard, Musa, was always there. Musa looked loyal. He was tall, quiet, and never left the president's side. Everyone thought Musa would die for the president. But Musa was hiding something. Every night when the palace was dark, Musa slipped out of his room. He moved fast, always checking if anyone was watching. He made secret phone calls, whispering in the shadows. He thought no one saw him. But he was wrong. An old palace worker named Baba noticed everything. Baba saw Musa sneaking around at night. At first, Baba thought nothing of it. But one night, he heard Musa talking on the phone, giving away the president's plans. Baba's heart raced. He knew this was dangerous. The next morning, Baba went straight to the president. He said, "Sir, I think there is a snake in the palace." The president was shocked. He trusted Musa, but he also trusted Baba. He decided to act fast. President Traoré set a trap. He told Musa about a fake meeting in a faraway village. "Only you know about this," he said. Musa nodded, but that night, he made another secret call. He told someone about the meeting. The president's men were listening. Now the truth was clear. Musa was a traitor. The next day, the president called Musa to his office. He stared at Musa and asked, "Why did you betray me?" Musa tried to lie, but the president showed him proof. Musa dropped to his knees, crying. "They threatened my family," he said. "They said they would hurt them if I didn't help." The president felt anger and sadness. The man he trusted most had betrayed him. There was no time to waste. The president ordered his guards to take Musa away. The news spread like wildfire. People were shocked. The president's own bodyguard, a traitor. No one could believe it. But the president was not finished. He wanted to know who was behind Musa. He pressed Musa for answers. Musa gave the names of the people who forced him to betray the president. The president's men moved quickly. They found these people and arrested them. Musa's family was safe, but Musa had to face justice. The president changed everything. He picked new guards loyal to the country, not just to him. He told them, "You must protect the people, not just the president." He watched everyone closely. He listened to every warning. He trusted, but he also checked. The story of the president and his bodyguard spread everywhere. People told their children, "Be careful who you trust, even your best friend can become your enemy." But the story did not end there. The president could not sleep that night. He kept thinking about Musa. He remembered the times when Musa had saved his life. He remembered the day when a car bomb exploded near the convoy, and Musa had pushed him to the ground, shielding him with his own body. He remembered how Musa would always check every room before the president entered, making sure it was safe. The president wondered, how could a man who risked his life for me become my enemy? The next morning, the president called his security chief. He wanted to know everything about Musa's life. The chief brought him a thick file. The president read about Musa's family, his wife, his 2 children, his sick mother. He read about Musa's past, how he grew up poor, how he joined the army to help his family. The president saw that Musa was not a bad man. He was a man who made a bad choice because he was afraid for his family. The president decided to visit Musa in prison. When he entered the cell, Musa looked up, surprised. The president sat down and said, "Musa, I want to understand. Tell me everything." Musa told him about the men who came to his house at night. They wore masks and carried guns. They told Musa that if he did not help them, they would kill his wife and children. Musa was afraid. He tried to refuse, but they beat him and threatened him again. He felt trapped. He did not know what to. The president listened carefully. He realized that Musa was not a monster. He was just a man who made a terrible mistake. The president thought about what to do. He knew that if he forgave Musa, people might say he was weak. But if he punished Musa too harshly, he would lose a good man. The president decided to give Musa a second chance. He told Musa, "You made a mistake, but you told the truth. I will protect your family and you will help me find the men who threatened you." Musa agreed. He gave the president the names of the men who had forced him to betray the president. The president sent his best soldiers to find them. After a long search, they caught the men and brought them to justice. Musa's family was safe, and Musa was given a new job far from the palace where he could start a new life. The people were surprised when they heard what the president had done. Some said he was too soft, but others said he was wise. The poem. President explained, "Sometimes people do bad things because they are afraid. If we only punish them, we do not solve the problem, we must also help them." The people began to understand. They saw that the president was not just a strong leader, but also a kind and wise man. The story of President Traoré and Musa became even more famous. It was told in schools, in markets, and in homes all over the country. People learned that trust is important, but understanding and forgiveness are also important. But the president did not stop there. He wanted to make sure this never happened again. He started a new program to help the families of his guards. He made sure they had enough food, good homes, and protection. He told his guards, "If you ever feel afraid, come to me. Do not hide your problems." The guards felt safer and more loyal than ever. The president also set up a secret team to watch for any signs of betrayal. This team worked quietly, checking for strange phone calls, secret meetings, or any guard acting nervous. The president wanted to be sure that no one could ever get close to him with bad intentions again. One day, the president received a letter. It was from Musa. Musa thanked the president for giving him a second chance. He said he was working hard in his new job and that his family was safe and happy. Musa wrote, "I will never forget your kindness. You saved my life and my family. I will always be loyal to you and to our country." The president smiled when he read the letter. He knew he had made the right choice. The story of the president. And his bodyguard became a legend. People told it again and again. They said, "Even the strongest leader can be betrayed, but a wise leader knows when to forgive." The president's courage and wisdom became famous across Africa. Other leaders called him for advice. People wrote songs and poems about him, but the president never forgot the pain of betrayal. He said, "A wound from a stranger heals quickly, but a wound from a friend lasts forever." Years passed, but the lessons stayed strong. The president always remembered to watch closely, to listen to warnings, and to help those in need. He became known as the leader who could not be fooled, the leader who cared for his people, and the leader who turned a traitor into a friend. And that is why to this day people in Burkina Faso say, "Trust is good, but watchfulness is better." So the next time you look at the people around you, remember the story of President Traoré. Ask yourself, who can you really trust? And if you ever feel betrayed, remember that even the greatest leaders have faced the same pain, and they have come out stronger on the other side. This is the story of a president, a bodyguard, and a lesson that will never be forgotten.